Hi guys, we're back with another one. You're listening to the Re-Education Podcast.
Hello everyone, I'm Simone and you're listening to the Re-Education Podcast. I wanted to take some time out to just bring to you my thoughts on social media and the impact it's having right now. For me, it's three things. First thing is how people from, and I'm going to say this based on what I've seen, some people from the white community and some people from the Latinx community, particularly in America with regards to the Latinx community. Over here, it's mainly just the white community that I've seen. I'm really taken aback by the brazenness, and the audacity of some people's comments to people, the things that they've done to people based on all that's going on in the world. I mean, people are really angry that we're saying Black Lives Matter. And when I say Black Lives Matter, I'm not even talking about the organization that is Black Lives Matter, because we are literally saying our Black Lives Matter. You are going to hear us and you are going to do something about it. These protests haven't been for nothing. But people are still taking, and again, when I say people, I'm talking about the white community mainly in England, in the UK, and the white and the Latinx community that I've been seeing from posts in America. It's just shocking, and it just speaks to the big problem that we have in society around racism, oppression, discrimination, injustice, that they feel that they have this sense of entitlement and privilege that they can just say and do whatever they want to us. And when I say us, I mean Black people, the Black community. I want to say it's not just the Black community, but right now I'm going to speak on the experiences of the Black community. It's just, I just have to take a breath there, because when I think about it, I relive the things that I've seen, the things that I've heard from social media, and it's really just disturbing. So social media is really what people are using to kind of express their feelings, express their thoughts, their opinions. And the second thing is, social media is also being used to capture all of this footage, expose people for the racists that they are, the discriminatory things that they say, and naming and shaming. There's, in the past, let me say month and a half maybe, there's been so much different pages created across different social media platforms where people are outright naming and shaming people for the things that they're saying and doing. And it's not just people from the Black community that are capturing this, it's people from other communities as well. Like, I'm really seeing people from the white community really step up and say, nah, this ain't right. This is not right. You can't say that and you can't do that. I feel that the privilege that white people have, if it's used, I don't want to say if it's used in the right way, but because they have a privilege, they're listened to and taken seriously more than we are. So if there's a sense of injustice or something going on that's not right, and a white person speaks out over a Black person, let's say it's the police stopping a group of Black males, because this is what I saw on the internet. They got stopped because their car somehow fit the description. I don't know what state it was in America, but I'm just telling you, I've seen so much things over the past month and a half on social media. But I'm going to take this example this scenario and use it as an example. So there's a group of black males, all different ages, one of which was clearly an older gentleman because he couldn't even walk properly when he was going back to the car. But the police had stopped them, and you could overhear what was being said on the radio. And there was a group of white people that were protesting and stopped and were saying to the black men, don't say nothing. And they were questioning the officers. Why are you stopping them? You don't have any right. Do they look like they've literally come from a robbery? You just said it yourself. Your teammate or the dispatch just said this, that the car isn't the same car, but you're still apprehending them. You're still taking their details. You're still questioning them when they don't fit the description. And these white people were the ones that were telling the officers, you are in the wrong for this. And when I say they were silent as mice, they didn't even say anything. They were telling the black men, don't say anything. You don't have to say anything. It's your right to not say anything because they're just using you now to put you in the system. I know for a fact, because I've been there when I've seen, I think I was in year 9 or year 10. So I would have been 14, 15. Yes, I'm born in December, so I would have been an older one in the class. But I remember leaving school. There was a few of us actually. It was me and one of my best friends, and a couple of our male friends. They were in our year, so we're all friends in that school. Well, some of us were all friends. And we were walking to the bus stop. I don't know whether we stayed a bit late doing work or maybe watched a match. We were in school a little bit later than we usually were for a reason. I doubt they would have stayed to watch us play or to watch me play netball. That wouldn't have happened. But I can't remember the exact reason why. But I remember we left school and it was getting a little bit dark. And where my school is, we could go home one of 3 different ways. And we decided to walk to Garrett Lane and get a bus from there and go to Clapham Junction. And we were just walking to the bus stop. We were almost there. And I remember these policemen just jumped out of a police car and pushed our friends. There were 2 of them up against the wall. And it was like, I looked at my best. I was like, hold on, whoa, what's going on? What are you doing? Why are you doing that? Leave them alone. They haven't done anything. And they literally turned to us and told us, shut up, stop talking and move out of the way. We couldn't even do anything. And yeah, we had phones, but we're talking Nokia 3210. What's that recording? Couldn't even record music. If you don't remember the ringtone. That was the phone. So we couldn't record anything. None of us had credit, so who's calling mum? You would think that when we feel that we're under threat, we'd call the police, but the police were the ones that were there causing the harm. And they ruffled them up, they searched them, and I was like, there's something wrong here. This can't be right. We've literally just come from school. We have our uniform on. What are you doing? They eventually stopped. There was no apology. They didn't get arrested. But it's like, we're school children. Where do you get off manhandling 2 black boys like this and then talking to 2 young black girls like that as well? When I tell you, that was the quietest bus ride we'd ever been on. Quietest. So quiet. We didn't even say a word. None of us did. So watching a group of white adults say to the police, I guess it's in America, but watching them say that to the officers, speak to the officers in the way that they did. I know if I had done that, because I've done it on a few different occasions, I would have been treated differently. I would have been twisted up and thrown against the wall with the rest of them. I would have been thrown in the back of a police car. I would have been threatened, just that's why I'm saying, because of their privilege, they're allowed to talk and react to the police in a certain way without fear of being arrested, without fear of being manhandled, without fear of dying, without fear of being shot. You know, all of the things that we have to deal with and we have to talk to our young black males about, and some of our young black women, because, yeah. So social media is really, it's playing a part in everything that's going on right now. It's playing a part in people thinking that they can say and do what they want, but, you know, history has shown that they did say and do whatever they wanted to do to us. And when I say us, I mean the black community, black people. But now it's getting to a point where we're exposing them. And when they finally realize that they're being recorded, or they finally realize that, okay, well, I am acting in a certain way, and now my white counterparts are jumping in and telling me that I'm in the wrong. It's making some people question, and when I say some, it's not the majority, unfortunately. And also they're being held accountable by employees sacking them because of the way in which that they're being exposed of talking to or about black people. I mean, I would give examples, but I'm sure everybody's seen at least one, whether it's off of TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. There's so much. So that leads me to my third point. Some people may feel that it's a bit random, but within the black community, Swizz, a well-known UK rapper, has launched the initiative for Black Pound Day. So the 27th of June is Black Pound Day. And the idea is that once a month, people spend money within the black community. My good sis, Priscilla, said, this is a movement, not a moment. So yes, it launches on the 27th of June, but it doesn't mean that it stops there. If we within the black community can promote and advertise and make sure that we are spreading the word within and outside of the community about our product, our services, whatever it is that we deliver via social media, it's now starting to catch on. There's multiple groups that I'm a part of just on Facebook that are around black businesses, sharing what you do, looking for people to collaborate with, you know, just looking for an opportunity for people to either buy your product or service or become invested in it. And also highlighting that black people got hella businesses too, you know? And if we really utilize social media in an effective way, it wouldn't even become once a month that we're dedicating to spending within the black community. We become so used to it and so accustomed to it that it would just be the norm. Collaborate, network. I'm a part of multiple different groups on Facebook, from the Black Economy UK, support UK black owned businesses. And I really want our community to engage in the posts. If you're not doing anything, if you're looking for something, post it in the group. I guarantee you somebody will answer. I was looking for a gardener that could work in South London. Within moments, I got comments with details, with referrals. I mean, one person literally put the person's name and number. And because of that, I sent a message. Let's say I sent the message on Wednesday, responded back the same day. By Thursday, had a quote, had a date for him to come down and do my garden. Sunday, my garden was done. And that's just from me posting on the group. Yes, people are posting constantly within the groups, but people will still see what you're saying. Everybody knows somebody that does something. So if you think that your request is too little, too small, believe me, it's not. We will not get far by thinking, oh no, it's silly, I don't want to put myself out there, or I don't want to message in the group. Still put it out there, because you don't know who else is looking for what you're looking. My post, there were 2 other people that were looking for someone that could work in South London on their gardens. My motto right now is sharing is caring. And somebody out there may be thinking and wanting the same thing that you want. Somebody out there may be doing something that you're doing already, but may just need some support or advice in that area. Don't be shy to say, I'm a I'm an accountant. I sell eyelashes, which I do. I've got a blog on self-help. I blog about travel and my experiences across the world. Don't be shy, don't be afraid to share what you do. If you don't share, we won't know. And I really just want our community, my community, to not be afraid to collaborate. Don't be afraid to network. Post in there, say it's, even if it's just saying, hi, my name is so and so, and I'm really moved by this, or hi. There's so many different things in our community that people do. We already know where we come from. We already know what we was doing before we were taken from our lands. So we should already know what opportunities lie out there. And yeah, I said it was going to be a short one. It is kind of short. Just to mention, I'm looking forward to sharing my discussions, my debates, my interviews that I've got planned over the coming weeks with you. And be sure to follow me on Twitter. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. All of the information will be in the description. But my name on all platforms is sim_reeducation. And you can find me on pretty much all social media. And I look forward to continuing to grow and learn with you all.
You're listening to the Re-Education Podcast.